Good morning, Carmen.
Good morning.
Happy to have you back. And today I stopped at a quote from Marcus Aurelius, and it's a bit lengthy, but nonetheless very profound. Today I escaped from the crush of circumstances, or better put, I threw them out, for the crush wasn't from outside me, but in my own assumptions.
Yes. What comes to my mind is that the first, let's say, the first question that we have when we start a coaching session is to describe the situation, right? And the way to describe the situation, we give it, let's say, from the perspective of, right? And then we change the perspective. And what comes to my mind when I'm talking about this, the same reality and different perspectives around it, is that I think, I don't remember, probably in the 60s, was a film about a crime. And in fact, the whole film is that situation of the crime seen from the 5 perspectives of the 5 participants, or not participants, but they were there, or by accident. They saw the scene, or they saw the situation. So in fact, the whole film is going through the 5 perspectives over the same reality, right? Now, so what I'm saying is that the starting of a coaching session is to say, let's look at that reality from different perspectives. And some clients, well, I have to say, some clients have a facility, or let's say more ability to put themselves in the other shoes. And some other clients, they have very difficult they have let's say, yes, they have difficulty to put themselves in the other shoes, to see the reality from another perspective. And already that is a sign of how the difficulty comes in their life. Makes sense? So what Marcus Aurelius said is that, in fact, when he was so crushed by the circumstances, it's not necessarily that he was crushed by the circumstances, he was crushed by his reading of these circumstances, right? And so, and then obviously, once we go with the client around that situation, around that objective reality, obviously we never know the reality, we have only subjective perceptions about this reality, but as long as we we have the ability to go around, to observe, to perceive that reality from several perspectives, then already we are getting closer, I would say, we are getting closer to an objective perception. And as I said, then it's almost that I don't need to do anything for my client, because the change of perspective helps him already, or her, already to change the attitude, to change, let's say, the reading, right? Well, what he says is that the crush was in my own assumptions. So the crush of my client is, as is coming from his own assumptions about that reality. The fact that he was able to go around it and to look at it from different perspectives change already, not say the crush, the pressure, or even the significance or the meaning of that reality on him. So, so absolutely, in that respect, the saying, or let's say the meditation of Marcus Aurelius is very relevant in coaching, because the first thing we have to create is, as I call that, the distance from self. right? And the distance from self means distance from his own, our own perception, so that hopefully we are able to go around that objective reality and observe it from different perspectives. And then obviously we'll go for the next round in saying that not only we have a distance from self, but then we have that distance from reacting. Because if we put the distance from our first impression or our first reading of the reality, then we do have the ability, let's say, to take the distance into acting. But that will be for next time.
I just love your comments about the Stoic codes, and there is nothing more to add. You beautifully went through all its sides, and I'm really looking forward to our next session where we'll talk more about Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.